everybody, it's a cursing seamstress. I am on my way out to work in a little bit, but I've been sewing and I wanted to show you. I had started on that 1960s dress and I had shown you the pattern and the fabric, and I had put it together a little bit, but I'm done with it, so I was going to show you the result. And this, the pattern and the fabric came from an estate sale. So let me show you that. And I don't have the pattern in front of me right now, but this is the result right here. I did make, I guess, one change, and these sleeves were supposed to have elastic in them, a casing and then elastic, and I went to do that. Actually, I went to do it by sewing on the elastic, which is how I like to do it. And the way the sleeve was cut, it was not symmetrical if you were to have cut the sleeve vertically down the middle. So there was kind of a weird curve in there. So I didn't do that, and so I ended up just making them bell sleeves, and I cut off probably a good inch. But you can see, you know, I don't have a size 5 person to put this on, but this is very much in the style of the 60s and early 70s. I know I wore my dresses really, really short. So when I look at this, it looks to me that it's really short because the sleeves are so long. So I don't know how practical this is going to be, and I really can't tell if the sleeves are going to be way too long to make it even feasible to wear. This is the zipper here. This is so cute, and I like it a whole lot. It's got two little pockets on here, and the back is just flat, but it's just so retro and so cute. So that's that. Then I started looking at scrap fabric that I have, and I thought that I needed to make good use of it. And I have a niece who has a baby. The baby is probably 7 months old. So I went through my PDF patterns and I found a pattern that I had downloaded and never made. And it's called the Good Deeds Dress. And I'll show it to you. I don't know if you can find it, if you would be so inclined, but it's by ELYSIUM Designs. And this is page 1. This is for 12 months all the way up to a size 14, which is amazing. I feel like I'm all bunched up. Yeah, so that's quite a size range. I made the size 2, and so that's a chest of 23 inches and a length of 18 inches after it's hemmed. This calls for a woven fabric and double fold bias tape, and it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I think I actually did a 1/2. And so the instructions are good. It prints out like this. It is not layered, so you need to print it in color so you can follow the spaghetti lines. The pieces are quite simple. There is a gathered skirt. For the smaller sizes, it can be cut in one piece. For the bigger sizes, you have to cut 2. So this is the piece, this is what it looks like. This is the right and left side. Here you cut mirror images of these. This fabric is pretty much the same on both sides, but I still will mark it. So, so this is like here, and it crosses over to the side seam on this side, and then the other piece does the opposite. And then there is a back piece that's cut on the fold. And very simple. So you put the bodice together, and then you cut the skirt, and they tell you to go ahead and hem the skirt, which I did, and then to gather the upper part and then stitch it onto the bodice. So I'll show you what I've come up with. I did the, this is the first one I did. This is that same retro fabric that I just showed you that I made that 1960s dress out of. This would be good for the Dress-A-Girl project because there are no closures on this. It's a slip over the head. And again, the size range is pretty good. I didn't do that this year, but I know other people are. I have done it in the past. So the mistake I made on this is, you may catch it, but I put the bias binding, I sewed it correctly here, flipping it onto the wrong side, but accidentally I sewed the binding on the armscye on the right side. So what I did was just let it show. And actually, I think it looks really cute, and there is purple in this dress, so I think it looks really good. This is the back. I use water-soluble markers, the Crayola water-soluble markers, so I have those marks on here. On this skirt, I put the seam down the back. On the next one that I made, I put it down the side. So, and actually I don't know what the instructions say. For this one, I let the seam, the bias binding show. I just, this was a double fold, I guess, and I just sandwiched the fabric in here, and it was really easy. Even though this is quite a curve here, it was quite easy to get the bias binding on here without a problem. So this is also fabric that I got from an estate sale a few times ago. This is actually a sheet here. And this time again, I put the seam on the side. So I think that's just so pretty. I put in a 1-inch hem. I don't know what it said to do, but that's what I did. And I'm making it again because I'm crazy. And I already showed you this is the fabric, which is also from an estate sale several times back. And I have enough to do the whole thing in one fabric like I did with the first one. So this will totally be out of this checkered fabric. On this, I just read this. It says it's the Good Deeds dress by Elysium, Elysium. And it says the concept is by Night Owl's Menagerie. I don't know what that is. But, so I'm going to be working on that, and that's really all I know. I'm about ready to clean up my sewing room because it is really messy. You can't see it, but there's fabric all over the floor, and I need to use it up, make something with it, and just get rid of it. It bothers me that it's here, but yet I do feel compelled, that's Dixie, I do feel compelled to make some sort of use of it. In the past, I have given leftover fabric to a nonprofit thrift store, and after several months it's still there. It would be appropriate for people who quilt. I mean, there's some maybe half-yard pieces in there, but you know, I don't know that I would do that again just because it's still sitting there. So I will work on pieces that I can match up together and pack this up and send it to my niece for her little baby. And that's all I have. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're not in the eye of the storm. This thing coming up from, I think, the Gulf of Mexico is going to go across actually where I'm from, which is Bainbridge, Georgia, which is 40 miles north of Tallahassee, Florida. It's going to come up that way, and then it's going to make a turn to the west, and I think it's going to go across Tennessee, but it's quite a storm. So I know people are making preparations for that. I have I have two cousins who live in Florida, one on the East Coast, one right outside of Miami. So, and they're used to storms, so I feel like they're going to be okay. So anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.